This is home. Star City News starts right now.
Thank you for tuning in tonight. I'm Scott Beadle. A man has died in a house fire in West Lafayette. The fire happened today at a home on Blueberry Lane. Star City's Marguerite Incardoni shares what we know from the scene.
The Tippecanoe County Sheriff's Office responded to the call for the house fire at about 9:30 this morning on the 100 block of Blueberry Lane. The first deputy arrived at the scene minutes later and described the inside of the home as filled with thick, black smoke. The deputy found a deceased animal inside, but was unable to locate anyone else. As fire personnel arrived at the scene, they located the body of the deceased man. The Tippecanoe County coroner has identified the victim as 67-year-old David Martin of West Lafayette. At the scene, Star City News spoke with Richard Frank, the neighbor who witnessed the fire and called 911.
I saw what I thought was smoke coming out from underneath the soffits on the living room side. Went up and knocked on the door and nobody came, and went around in the back and knocked on the door and nobody answered, so I called the fire department.
Frank expresses his condolences to the victim's family.
I live here in the neighborhood, but I didn't personally know the people, but I feel sad for them.
The Wabash Fire Department, West Lafayette Fire Department, Purdue Fire Department, West Lafayette Police Department, and Tippecanoe County Emergency Ambulance Services all assisted with this investigation. Star City News will provide updates as soon as they become available. Officials say an investigation is ongoing and a forensic autopsy is scheduled for Wednesday. Marguerite Incardoni, Star City News, West Lafayette.
If you're hitting the roads for the holiday tomorrow, you might run into some weather delays. Let's get the latest from senior meteorologist Alyssa Triplett.
Hey Scott, and we are noting that temperatures here through the overnight and into our Wednesday will stay a bit more mild or seasonable there as we'll climb to 44 degrees, which will allow for the system to start off as rain showers. But after sunset, there is some potential of switching over to some snow showers. Some slower travel into the late evening and overnight hours is possible. And then following up with this wintry mix-up setup, we are noting that there is some cold air on its way, but we'll have more details on this in a few minutes.
Twin City dealership in Lafayette is hosting their Fill the Ram food drive. Star City's Madison Deal spoke with them about the annual event.
This holiday season is a big deal for Twin City dealership and an even bigger deal for local families. Each November, the dealership teams up with food finders for its Fill the Ram event.
We have gotten to know food finders over the years, so we thought we'd partner and spend the month of November collecting food in the back of a Ram truck.
Most years, Twin City receives over 1,000 pounds of food.
We're proud of that. We'll keep growing it, and our thought is if we fill this one up too much, we'll just pull another Ram on the floor and fill that one up too.
For Twin City owner Nate Barrett, Fill the Ram will always have a special place in his heart.
This story goes back to my grandfather getting involved as a Dodge dealer with Kenny Rogers and Ram trucks in the early 80s when they did a national food drive.
Back then, dealerships that participated were rewarded with tickets.
He knew what it was like to struggle, and so when he got an opportunity with Dodge, he saw this program and thought, you know, we need to get involved.
Barrett was inspired by his grandfather's work and wanted to continue the tradition.
In 2018, I thought, well, why don't we revive that? November was my grandfather's birthday month. I thought that was a great program then. It's needed just as much today.
Twin City will be delivering the donations to food finders tomorrow at 1 p.m. You can stop by tomorrow morning if you'd like to make any last-minute donations. Madison Deal, Star City News, Lafayette.
Local organizations such as Pride Lafayette are taking part in Giving Tuesday next week. The global campaign inspires folks to donate what they can to organizations in their community. Pride Lafayette's goal is to raise $10,000 to support the LGBTQ+ population in Greater Lafayette. You can find out more at starcitytv.com. If you're looking for a Thanksgiving meal in downtown Lafayette, DT Kirby's has you covered, serving dinner from 4 p.m. to midnight. For those celebrating at home, Bistro 501 is offering pre-made Thanksgiving spreads, but only to those who order in advance. Other places outside downtown Lafayette open on Thanksgiving include Mountain Jack's, Cracker Barrel, and Bob Evans. If you're flying to your Thanksgiving destination this year, you'll have plenty of company. While today was expected to be the busiest day for road travel, the TSA is expecting to screen more than 18 million Americans at airports. The TSA is hoping to keep security lines moving by advising exactly what type of food you can bring on board. Most solids are okay, but liquids like soup and gravy, leave them at home. Industry officials say climate change and stubborn outbreaks of bird flu are causing prices to soar through the coop this Thanksgiving. According to the latest data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average cost for a dozen eggs was $3.37 in October. That's up 63% from the same time last year. According to the KitchenAid company, half a banana can replace each egg in a recipe. A quarter cup of applesauce, plain yogurt, or buttermilk can also work. A man who drove a car off a parking garage at Bally's Casino in Evansville will likely face charges. According to authorities, the car went through the roof of the 7th floor of the parking garage and into the conference center. Crews could be seen lifting the car off the roof using a crane. The Evansville Police Department said the driver was the only person inside of the SUV and was driving recklessly. That driver was taken to a hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. In South Bend, a large fire broke out at a prominent restaurant on the city's south side. Emergency crews were called around 9 a.m. to Maxie's Food and Spirits Barn. At the scene, they say they encountered heavy smoke coming from the building. According to the family who owns the restaurant, no one was inside at the time of the fire. The family added they believe the fire started in the kitchen, but the cause of the blaze is under investigation. Turning now to national news, the tariff battles are about to begin. President-elect Donald Trump is already warning some of our biggest trade partners that they need to crack down on illegal immigration and drug trafficking. Doug Luzader has more from Washington on the response to Trump's new threats.
So this is something that the president-elect campaigned on. Still, this could have a major impact on our borders and our economy. The borders with Mexico and Canada move a staggering amount of goods each day, and those exchanges will be a day one priority for President-elect Donald Trump. He posted yesterday on Truth Social he intends to charge Mexico and Canada a 25% tariff on all products coming into the United States and its ridiculous open borders. This tariff will remain in effect until such time as drugs, in particular fentanyl, and all illegal aliens stop this invasion of our country. His son quickly followed up last night.
You want to allow drugs to come through our southern border? We're going to tariff you. You want to allow them to come through Canada? We're going to tariff you.
The threat extends to China as well, another major trading partner. Through the campaign, critics had said that Trump's tariff strategies would raise prices, triggering inflation. The Associated Press reports that Trump and Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau spoke on the phone after yesterday's post, with a Canadian official saying it was a good conversation. A Chinese embassy spokesman posted on X, "No one will win a trade war or a tariff war." Later today, Trump's incoming border czar will head to the southern border to drive home Trump's tough line on illegal immigration. And he warned U.S. officials who pursue sanctuary policies.
So look, I'll say it again. Don't cross the line. Do not impede us. Do not knowingly harbor and concealing an alien, or there's going to be consequences.
And these tariffs, meantime, could call into question the USMCA, that is the existing trade agreement for the United States, Canada, and Mexico.
Israeli officials say they've approved a ceasefire proposal that could end months of fighting in southern Lebanon. It comes after a major diplomatic push by the U.S. and France. Alex Hogan has more.
Heavy airstrikes hitting Beirut's suburbs overnight as Israel and Hezbollah appeared to be close to reaching a ceasefire deal. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu held a meeting with his security cabinet Tuesday to discuss the U.S.-backed agreement. It calls for an initial 2-month ceasefire, during which time the Israeli forces would withdraw from southern Lebanon and Hezbollah fighters would pull back from the Israeli border.
It's not the United States, but the parties to the agreement to say yes. There have been many times when we thought we were going to be getting to yes in both cases, and for various reasons, the parties didn't get there.
Talks have previously been held up as Israel demanded guarantees to strike Hezbollah targets in Lebanon if they violate the deal. Still, Israeli officials say the success of the ceasefire depends on enforcement by the Lebanese army, who will be deployed to patrol the border area.
As the Israelis withdraw, will fill in their place around 5,000 troops. This would be added to around 5,000 that exist in the south.
But as negotiations took place in the north, talks between Israel and Hamas remained stalled. Palestinians in Gaza say they fear Israel will once again solely focus on that region if conditions improve in Lebanon.
We wish to live a decent life. We don't ask for more. Stop the war and that's it.
Hezbollah had insisted that it would not agree to a ceasefire deal until the war in Gaza had ended, a condition that it later dropped.
Still to come, we're looking ahead to your Thanksgiving Day forecast, plus more deals this holiday season, how major retailers are expanding Black Friday. And don't forget, you can read and watch our news and weather anytime at our website, starcitytv.com.